Alright guys, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival on version 1.1.7. I am an old guy gaming, and we are back at our home base here on the swamp planet. So we're going to land our capital vessel, and then I'll show you what our payload is. We are like completely filled to the brim. I mean, there is like no room left for anything on this ship. So let's turn off our thrusters here. And here is what we came away with. So in our ammo controller, we've got 4357 Zascosium. We have 1374 Arrestrum. We've got almost 3000 Neo in here. And then, excuse me, my goodness. In the ore and wood controller, we've got another 1277 Neo, 1819 copper, and I also went ahead and mined out a gold asteroid. So we have 2149 gold. And what I want to do with that is I want to basically convert all of this into coin and just see how much money it actually gives us, and see if it's worthwhile doing that or not. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and hop on out of the cockpit. And ma'am, I never actually asked you what your name is. So it's what? Courtney. Okay, so this is Commander Courtney, everybody. So say hello to Commander Courtney. She helped me navigate back home and helped me with the mining, so she's very skilled with commanding commanding a ship. And so what we're going to do is Commander Courtney would like to go into the house, and she'd like to relax. The thing about that, though, is we don't really actually have much of a place for her to relax. We're gonna have to fix that. We are definitely gonna have to fix that. Okay, so the first order of business is I want to make a furnace to smelt all this ore, because we got so much ore now that it just makes sense for us to do a furnace. And we know, you know what? We need to pick these crops too, so we can keep that going. So maybe what we'll do is we'll let Commander Courtney hang out here in the garden, and she can just kind of check out the plants and whatnot. And so we'll go ahead and let her relax and just kind of unwind. And Commander Courtney, it's amazing how you can just change your hair color instantly like that. I'm impressed. But anyway, you hang out here and have a good time, and we will do some things that we got to get done here. All right, so let's go up to here, and I'm going to go into our tech tree, because I'm not sure if I actually learned the furnace. So we want to go to base, and I have not. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn the furnace now. And then, oh, I guess I turned the power, main power stuff off. Here, let's just stop those for now. And we'll do power save. Yeah, see, that made a huge difference. We were gone all that time, and we've only used 4% of our fuel, so really good, actually. Okay, so let's see. We want to go to base equipment, and we want to cook up ourselves a furnace. So let's do that. And for the furnace, I mean, we'll probably go ahead and set it outside here, just like we did with the other stuff, but I'm just trying to think of where we're going to put all the ore, because it's going to be a lot of capacity here. We want to go, wait, yeah, input controller. See, we're kind of full here. I mean, I don't even think this is going to be able to hold all that ore. There's a lot more room in here in the output controller. So let's just see if we can put all the ore in the output controller. So we'll go here. You know what? We might be able to do that. Let's just get all the ores in here. I might actually leave a little bit of Zask in the ship, maybe just a little bit of Neo too. So the ship has it, in case it needs it, of course. All right, let's go to the... I want to go into ore controller and put a little more copper in here too, maybe about that much. Well, we've got a lot of ingots. You know, I don't think we need to do that. We've got a ton of copper ingots already made up, so I think we're in good shape for that. Okay, so let's go back to the base output controller, and we're going to move all the rest of this into there. Woo, look at that. That really does fill that up, doesn't it? Okay. We might have to... I mean, the easiest thing to do probably is just to add more extensions, which we could certainly do to the thing. All right, how's this coming along? It's done. Okay, cool. So we're going to go outside here. I don't know what this is going to do to our CPU, but I guess we're going to find out here in a moment, aren't we? Let's go to base and output controller. We'll connect to that. And let's grab our shiny new furnace here. And we're going to plop that down just right there, I guess. It's just here temporarily, so yeah, I know I got it the wrong way, but whatever. Okay, so... Oh, shit. It is warm. It is warm indeed. So, can we get... There, I think that's going to be good. Alright, so we want to assign this to the output controller, and we'll just cycle the ingots back into the output controller, because I don't think we're going to have room in the input controller. Okay, so let's turn this on. Wait a minute. Hold on a sec. I've got to think about this for a minute. It's basically going to smelt all raw ore in the output controller, which is what we want it to do. Okay, yep, so we're good. Let's let it start going to town. That's going to take a while. What's our CPU look like? We are 98%. You know what? I'm not worried about that. That is not a problem. That is not a problem at all. But still, like I said, it's still going to be a pickup when we're done situation. At least until we get the base upgraded to tier 3, which we probably will do that with this base. I'm not 100% positive, but we probably will. All right, let's do input fridge, connect to that. And we'll get our crops picked and then get our next round of rations going. And then, guys, I think I'm going to just cut the camera here and just kind of wait for, you know, those ores to smelt up, and then I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do for the rest of this episode. So let me think about that, and when I bring you back, we'll figure that out. What we might end up doing is going up into space, just in orbit around our planet, and we might start mixing it up with some of the Xerax space stations, because here's the thing. You're tromping down the crops there, Courtney. My goodness. Okay. What was I saying? Courtney completely distracted me. She has a knack for doing that. She's kind of distracting. Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking about taking on the Xerax stations because I think we probably have enough resources to make the optronic bridges that we need now, but I would much rather steal them from the Xerax than, you know, expend my own resources making them. But on the other hand, you know, I don't want to spend a bunch of time looking for those and not finding them when we could have just made them. I mean, we still have 30 real-time hours to go to make the blacklight as it stands currently. And, you know, I'll probably do a little bit more salvaging to get that time down, but the thing is you know, it's time spent either way, right? I mean, I could spend several hours harvesting whole blocks to bring the time down by several hours, or we could just mine the shit out of all these asteroids, stick the ingots in, and just let it run, and then while it's running in the meantime, we can go take out Xerax stations and do other things. So I'm just kind of trying to ponder, you know, what the best approach to all of that's going to be. So we'll just have to see. Looks like we still have a bunch of these queued up already, so we're just going to let that continue to run. We should have a few in the output waiting for us. Yeah, 4 more, so that's good. So we're kind of getting to that point now, guys. Of course, we did hork a couple from from the space station we were at in the last episode, but we're up to 14 rations. Plus, we got a fridge full of food on the ship too, so we're in very good shape right now when it comes to food. Did we do the crops up here too? We didn't. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's pick these too. Anyway, okay, so yeah, I'll let you go. I'll bring you back here in a little while, and we will do the next thing, whatever that actually happens to be. All right, guys. So we have a little bit of a situation here. I had a conversation with Commander Courtney, off camera, of course. It was a private conversation. And she's actually not very happy with me because of the fact that I told her we had this really cool, base on a swamp planet. And, when we got here, she was expecting to find, some nice living quarters with couches and TVs and beds and, places to hang out and, just kind of enjoy the scenery. And I guess I haven't really provided that for her. I mean, this base is great. I don't know why. I don't know why, Courtney, you can't just appreciate it for what it is. I mean, look at this greenhouse. This is a gorgeous greenhouse. It's an amazing greenhouse, and we've got a really cool looking furnace up there, and we've got our sexy constructor and refrigerator. I mean, the base is just fine, really, if you ask me, the way it is. But I tried to convince her that, and she's just not having any of it. So basically, she gave me an ultimatum. She said, I've got to finish the base and, put some really nice living quarters in here, or she's going to hop on the next space Uber and pretty much tell me goodbye for good. So it's very important, of course, that we keep Commander Courtney happy. And, I'm wondering, too, if she might have some kind of a condition because she just can't quite seem to stand still. Unless she's in uniform, because if she's in uniform, then she's fine, with standing still. But if she's not in uniform, then she has problems. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. We might have to go see the Talon shaman to see if he can do something for her. But I mean, if she's in uniform, then she's fine. She'll stand still. But as soon as she takes the uniform off, then she starts having this little weird can't stop moving around thing. Oh, I'm sorry, Commander Courtney. I didn't mean to make fun of you. Okay. Anyway, we need to. we need to build our living quarters for Commander Courtney's sake. And of course, it's always been in my plans to do that anyway. So guys, what I think I'm going to do at this point is I'm probably just going to time lapse this build. And let's just get her done because it's like I said, it's always been in my plans to get it done anyways. And now, of course, Commander Courtney has given us a reason for making sure that we do get it done. So let's just get her knocked out, get some nice living quarters. And then once that's done, we're going to be pretty much finished with this base. Because I'm not really planning on doing a whole lot more with it. I probably won't decorate it unless Commander Courtney has other things to say about that too. I don't know. We'll see. But in the meantime, our furnace is just cranking away, cranking out the ores and stuff. So we've already got 3,530 Zascosium ingots. That's just amazing. So I also... what I actually did is I took the gold that we brought back and I put that in the input, and I have my constructor making a bunch of gold coins. So I'm just going to see how many gold coins the constructor can make, and then we're going to throw all of those into the ATM machine and see, what kind of an increase it'll make in our bank account, and then after that I'll decide whether or not I feel like it's actually worth it. Now, one thing we are going to have to be mindful of is as we add more structure to the base here, it is going to increase our CPU usage. So we might have to make some adjustments for that. I actually have the Horizon making more armored concrete blocks because, this constructor is busy making gold coins for us. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to time-lapse this with the build. I don't have a real specific idea in mind. I just have a very general idea, so it'll just kind of come together as it comes together. And I hope you guys enjoy the time-lapse. there she is. We have finally finished the living quarters of our base. So, let's go through everything we did. So we put the rail all the way around here, all the way to that point, which needed to be done. We put a light down in the middle of this thing here, and then basically built this living quarters here, and just I kind of just made it up as I went, and there it is. So anyway, I had a bit of a hard time putting the putting stuff in here because, you know, I decided to use these big thick windows, and, you know, they actually come all the way out to here, so it was really tough fitting all the stuff in here. But I think we managed to do the best that we could under the circumstances. So basically, here we've got like a little, I kind of think of this almost like a little wet bar here in that spot. And we've got like our little control center here for controlling the lighting and the heating and the weapons and all the stuff that you would potentially need to control in a futuristic space base. This is the kitchen area over here. So we've got a table here, we got a fridge, and we've got a food processor set up there. And then if you come over here, this is the living area. We've got ourselves a little desk and a computer, our large screen TV, our couch, little plant, just a place to relax here. And then outside, of course, the whole, oh, looks like we missed one little rail there. That could that could have been catastrophic. So let's see. Do I have any rails left? I think I need to make one because these are for HVs. So let's make one more rail here. We want to be here, and this is for base, right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll make that up and put it in place. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's go to our inventory. All right, so this needs to be this rail here, and there we go. Okay, yeah, so there's like a little walkway all the way around the outside of the building, and the view is just fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous view. And Commander Courtney is very happy now. She's so happy, in fact, that she's dancing right inside the glass. Look at her go. Okay, so she's decided to stay with me for a while. Now that she's got a nice little place to live. And then, you know, we put in the little spiral staircase, which is a little weird to get up. And here again, you know, things were even tighter up here. And so it was tough to, here, let's sleep till morning. It was tough to get everything to, you know, to fit correctly, but I think we managed to do it okay. And yeah, so we got our bathroom, we got our shower, little kitchen counter here. Well, kitchen counter, huh? Is there a laboratory version of that too? I think there might be. Let's take a look. We didn't have room for the kitchen counter downstairs with everything else that we put in. So let's go to home. Wait, what? No, I don't want that. Okay, so we've got kitchen counter. Yeah, we do have a bath vantage. Oh, shit, though. Oh, it's just not turned the right way. Okay, yeah, that's better. So we'll put that there. And we'll make it this blue. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right, so yeah, we finally got this done. Commander Courtney gave us the motivation that we needed to finish up our living quarters on our base here. This kind of turned out a little weird, but I couldn't figure out what to do about that. It's just, you know, you have the doors that are either to one side or the other, which these are, or you've got the centered doors, but the centered doors actually come out to here, and they looked even worse. So we're just going to have to live with that. If I had to do this all over again, I might decide not to use this glass because it's just, you know, caused kind of some problems. I probably would have just used the normal glass, but it's done, and we're going to leave it that way and be happy about it. So, Commander Courtney, are we good now? Are you going to stick around? You are? Okay, wait, what? You want me to make you a sandwich? All right, she wants me to make her a sandwich. We better go make Commander Courtney a sandwich here. Anyway, okay, now we'll worry about that later. I'll make you one in a minute. I got to finish up my video. Okay. So a couple more things to show you before we log out. Oh, looks like our pumpkins are in too, so we should pick those. But I'll do that off camera after I let you guys go. And we have a total of 13 emergency rations made now. So yeah, we're doing really good. This is all the stuff that I moved out of the base refrigerator, because I moved the base refrigerator down into the house. And I suppose we could just leave it here. It's not really hurting anything at this point. So we really probably should put it into the input fridge. The thing about the input fridge, though, is it does have a limited amount of space, and we're eventually going to surpass that with all these crops that I've planted. So yeah, I don't know. Here, let's put actual raw ingredients in here. You know, for food anyways. We won't put seeds. I should probably make a separate medical fridge, or you know what we could do with that? Let's just put all that stuff on the horizon. So all this medical stuff we'll just put directly on the horizon, because that's where we're going to need it anyway. Let's see, that's medical. Oh, we already got the alien teeth on there. Okay. So I think we should put this water in the input fridge, because that's going to be needed in there, you know. First, oh, I know what else I needed to move over was this stuff here, the alien parts and the plasma. Okay, so most of the rest of this stuff is just sprouts. A couple of little extra things left over from when we were making crop plots and all that. So I think I'm going to just leave the rest of this stuff in here for now, because it's not, you know, it'll be fine in there. Let's do sort it though. So we'll just, I don't know, sort it by type, I guess. That we can drink, because why not, right? Okay, so a couple more things before I let you guys go. I am not planning on doing anything with the exterior of this base. This may not be our final ultimate base in this playthrough series. I'm not sure about that. It's always kind of been in the back of my mind, you know, that we would find a really nice planet out in the stars somewhere, and that we would call that our new home, and that still might happen too. I'm not really sure. So I just don't want to go to any more trouble right now, spend any more time right now on this base here. Why is that there? Not sure why that's there. So we are pretty much done. The only thing we might do on this base is we might upgrade it to tier 3 eventually, but we'll have to see. Okay, so anyways, with all the additions that we added, and with the furnace still down, we are definitely over CPU. In fact, we're at 89%, so we're over quite a bit. But here again, you know, we're not planning on keeping this thing down all the time. It's just going to be, we set it down when we need it and then pick it back up when we're done. So when we put this away, now what's our CPU? Oh, so we're still 96%. Okay. One thing we could maybe do is, we don't necessarily need all of these guns. So why don't we do this? Why don't we pick up, and you know what? I could actually use a couple more cannon turrets on the capital vessel anyway, since we have the CPU for it. Okay, by taking those two up, are we now okay? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We even have a little bit more to play with there now. So I'm going to pick these up too, but I'm going to put them in the center. Yeah, that should be adequate defenses, I would think. You know, 2 rocket turrets and 2 miniguns would definitely shred any drones that come through, and all of that together should probably be enough to take down a troop transport too, I would think. You know, without our assistance. Of course, if we're here, we're always going to assist it, and if we're not here, that's not going to happen anyway, so it's almost a moot point. Anyway, okay, so here's what we ended up with, you guys. We have got a buttload of Zascosium. I mean, look at that. We got over 8,000 Zascosium ingots. So, I mean, we got enough of that to fulfill the requirement for the blacklight for sure, and then a million more after that, you know. We ended up with 2730 Arrestrum, 3614 copper, and over almost 7,000 neodymium. So we are really doing well on our ores now. We ended up making about 2,035 coins. So let's let's actually take those and let's do a sort here. And what I want to do now is I want to put these into our ATM and see how much money it makes. So we are currently sitting at about 200,000, just a little over 200,000. Okay, so if we put in here, we're going to have to switch to the toolbar. Okay, so if we put 2,035 gold in, what does that do to our money? Okay, so that got us up to 102,000 more-ish. Okay. So I guess, I don't know. Is it worth it to go out, mine a big load of gold from an asteroid, bring it back, wait for it all to process, because first you have to turn it into ingots, then you have to turn it into coins, just to make another 100,000 credits, when we could make that fairly easily by one raid on a good Xerax POI and bring all of that stuff back and sell it. I don't know. I mean, I think it's worthwhile if you kind of do it as you go along. I mean, for example, if I'm going to go out and harvest an asteroid, like an arrestum asteroid, and there's a gold right next to it, it probably would be worth the time to pick it up. But, if we're going to be doing a lot of POI raids, I'm just not sure that that's the best way. It's a good way, but it's not necessarily the best way to make money. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to pick the garden again and keep, working on the rations. And then my plan for the next episode is that we're going to go into orbit here, into Dean's orbit. We might even hop over to Lee or Kai, too, and see if we can find the patrol vessel and maybe take it on, and or start taking on some of the Xerax stations that are in orbit here. I want to do it in space because I can then use, my actual guns on my capital vessel, my rocket launcher guns. And there isn't really any place else on the planet here that we could do. I mean, I still have those two, level 1 outposts that I still haven't done. And I'll probably do those off camera, but I mean, there's not a lot of stuff in there. What I'm really hoping to find is some optronic bridges, because here's the thing. We need 2 more large optronic bridges just to get the Horizon to level 3, but then we're going to have to come up with, a bunch of these for the Blacklight too. We're going to need 8 bridges and 4 matrices to feed into, to get the Blacklight in. So, yeah. And, we could actually start making some of those, but like I said, we're going to raid those POIs anyways. And so I kind of like to see if we can, get as many of those as we can from loot. Or the second thing we could do is, make a bunch of money and then buy them. I mean, right, we could buy probably also the 2 that we need almost right now with the money that we have. Boy, maybe I should do that just so we could get our Horizon to tier 3. The thing is, though, the Horizon's doing actually quite well at tier 2. I mean, do we even really need to take it to tier 3? I mean, one thing we could do if we did take it to tier 3 is we could upgrade it to a T2 shield, hull shield generator, which would probably be worthwhile to do that. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I think we still will. That's always been the plan all along anyway. Get this to tier 3. But anyways, that is it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and share out the video, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.